Hey everyone, I'm Victor Dwyer, and this is the Marketing Perspective Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the latest trends and strategies in the ever evolving, changing world of marketing. Today, we have Max Sinclair on, a knowledgeable individual and passionate to refine possibilities. He is the CEO of Ecomtent, a
E-commerce
revolutionary
content. E-content, yeah,
Ecomtent. Yes, that's
that's the
it.
one.
A revolutionary platform that combines AI generation technology and basically makes infographics and basically combines it. He'll go into more of that. That was like a very mushed explanation, but we'll dive more into it really soon. And Max, please tell us how you first got started into e-commerce and give us a little intro about yourself.
Hey, Victor, great to see you again after Silicon, where we both when we met in Texas.
Yeah.
It's a great time. So I got into e-commerce really through my start to my career at Amazon. I worked at Amazon for 6 years prior to founding this business. So started as an account manager there, was helping the sellers to send in their first shipments to FBA, create their first product listings, do their first deal or do the first uh, sponsored products and all that stuff. Moved into becoming a strategic account manager. So I managed like the five of the largest Amazon sellers in Europe. Two of these are now customers at Ecomtent. I'm super proud of that. So we kind of had kept them along with us for the whole journey. And yeah, that's kind of my background and my start in e-commerce.
Cool. That's awesome. And like, can we get started into kind of what Ecomtent does and like as a holistic tool? And then we'll dive into a little bit more about some certain features into it.
Sure. So, like our vision at eComtent is to build the ultimate tool to enable Amazon sellers, agencies to build product listings, and we leverage generative AI technology. We are, and this is no exaggeration, we are at the cutting edge of AI. I have a excellent co-founder who leads an excellent team. He's a PhD in AI, and we bring in the latest and greatest of the what's going on out there in the open source world, and we fine tune it and we bring it in and we put in our platform for the Amazon sellers. So we have some image generation, which is the best in terms of placing your specific product in a lifestyle image. We've kind of dealt with the hallucinations. We have now an auto GPT, which is kind of a newfangled way of creating infographics in seconds. And we've pre-trained a model on similar to ChatGPT, but like specifically for Amazon listings to make you create like the copy that converts the best. So that's what we're building, and that's what we do.
That's awesome. And yeah, I recently tried optimizing my Amazon listing through ChatGPT, but it looks like Amazon like disabled the way to like preview the Amazon listing through a link. At least from the day I tried it, it looked like Amazon wasn't allowing it to scrape the data off of Amazon anymore from ChatGPT. So I don't know if that's a current thing, but it didn't work with at least when I used ChatGPT. So that's cool
You're
that
trying
your
to
tool sounds like it can do it.
Were you trying to plug into like get a competitor listing and like do like the review scrape
Just
with
like use a link,
ChatGPT?
like by I just copied my
Yeah.
link of my product page and I just basically said like,
Hmm.
hey, you go to this link and
I got it.
go to the link
Yeah.
and then scrape it basically.
I saw that they recently stopped the scraping. I think, to be honest, OpenAI, despite their name, have done a lot of nefarious stuff when it comes to scraping and doing things behind closed doors. So I think I saw this the other day that they've kind of taken a pause on like scraping life from the web until they sort this legal stuff out, which is kind of ongoing. So we don't you for us we don't paste live currently. It's definitely on our roadmap, but you could copy and paste and it would sort it out for you.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And does the tool also like optimize your titles and bullet points and things like that as well?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Correct.
And what is it basing the data off of? Is it like basically saying like, hey, this is what the tool is, this is what the product is, and then finding relevant keywords and then matching it with the search volume? Like how does that work?
So we've trained our own model on data we've purchased, and we're focusing on Amazon conversion. So the difference between using us and ChatGPT is that ChatGPT has been trained on like all the data on the internet. You've got like journalists, you've got we've taken a LLM very similar to ChatGPT, and we fine tune it to focus just on like creating like high quality Amazon listings. We do right now have like where we are right now is you would put in your own keywords for it to be optimized. We are of course like working on the API to plug into Amazon and do this automatically. Depending on when you listen, the audience when you listen to this is depending on how far along we are, and to be honest, how expensive the tool is. Because like we know that's like a feature that our customers are asking us for. We're working on it, and it will be there, in a matter of kind of days or weeks.
That's great. That's great. And then is there anything else that's like unique to the tool that you want to mention? Obviously, like I think we can go ahead and dive into the AI generated lifestyle infographics in
Sure.
your screen share, and like I think we can go ahead and dive into that.
Yeah. So I guess this is a tool. I guess the first thing unique that we've done, I'll just show you how it works. You will drop in like so a product. I've just taken this tea because I imagine a lot of your listeners are in America to kind of play up to the British, my British accent. We've trained two models, precise and creative mode, and then you can put in any prompt you want. You see us playing around just before trying to get some like blonde models here, but we can do whatever. Let's say on a picnic table. I don't know.
Can you try to make the best version of me as a model? Like, can you
Oh
do a
God, you're
like
really putting me
blonde
on the
hair?
spot now.
No,
Okay,
like a
fine.
blonde hair, ginger beard. I just want to see what happens. A
Oh, this is gonna be tough, right? A graph of blonde haired
hair,
man
ginger
with.
beard. Yeah, yeah, ginger beard. I just want to see what
So,
happens.
I mean, the problem is our tour is normally about getting like a lifestyle image. I'd say prompts on the table in the. I don't know what's going to happen here. It might
This
come
is
up.
This is
It
live,
might
all
it
right.
might come out. It might come out weird. It might come out very weird. Like full disclosure. Like normally, what people do to try and do our tour is to make like optimized Amazon listings. But let's see how the AI responds to this.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
That's awesome.
There we go. I mean, you're kind of. I mean, it's not too dissimilar, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our kind of infographic. Our lifestyle image tool. Then we have our latest feature, which I guess is what you wanted to kind of discuss, is this infographic. And this is something
Yeah.
I'm very excited about because I genuinely believe. Well, I know that we're kind of unique in this space in doing this. So to do this, I'm just going to save this image here of the removed. You'll see I just have thousands of images I've been generating in my thing. So I'm going to take this T. Let me just, I just unfortunately just close the tab. So I'm just going to take some basic information from the web. I'll do this live. So let's say we're doing this for this Lipton tea brand. Oh, I can't find it now. Fuck it. We'll just take this one. These guys have got a terrible listing. I don't know what that's going on. Let's try that. Let's try. Let's just see what this one says. Oh my God, why is everyone's listing so bad? I just need some information about some tea, right? These guys. So here we go.
There we go.
I'm just going to take this for now. Let's imagine like these guys are a good example because they don't really have any infographics or good ones yet. So let's imagine that this is their tea. I'm going to put in Tree Lux as their brand name. I'm going to put in some product description here. I'm just going to upload the remove background, and then I'm going to click generate. Let's see if this works live. Come on, drum roll. And here we
Boom.
go.
Look at that.
We have this. Yeah, I mean, this is all customizable, so you could kind of, extend this a little bit to fit it. But you have this kind of beautiful like infographics that we can generate. We've got like thousands of templates, like all of these templates. These ones we're building specifically for Amazon. But yeah, we've got tons of templates here. So yeah, that's our infographic generator. And then we have, as we mentioned, the description. So again, just taking these guys. Let's do this in any language. I don't know what language are you. I guess everyone's in English for now, but you get the picture. You could flip this to any language. I should have put in some keywords, but we're going to see here an optimized listing as well for Amazon. So I guess using the tool in a couple of seconds, maybe 5 minutes maximum, you've got your lifestyle images, you've got your infographics, and you've got your listing.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And question for you: what is how you said you trained the AI model? Is it
Yes.
trained off of sales data? Like how is it? What is the success? I guess what is like the how is it training to get more efficient? I guess is the question.
So that's a really good question, and I guess like it's something that we're constantly working on, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we want, like, Amazon has a bunch of APIs. It's what Helium 10 uses, it's what Carbon 6 uses, it's what you name it. It's what the industry uses, and we're no different. We're going to use these APIs. We're going to use these keywords. We're going to use these bestsellers rank, and we're going to plug it into the tool. Like where we are with each stage of this, I'm not going to comment on specifically, but in terms of the roadmap, that you're bang on, Victor. Like we're going to be, the goal is to help sellers to increase conversion. Like, yes, we can save time. Like that took 2 seconds, right? But
Yeah.
really, what we want to do is increase conversion. We have like an amazing opportunity to like optimize these listings for in each country. They're different keywords. Like the local events at the time, maybe it's Christmas, maybe it's Mother's Day in a Hispanic community, maybe it's, I don't know, a Hindu festival somewhere. Whatever, like, and we're going to help to optimize those listings across all of those events, and that's kind of what we're driving towards.
That's great. That's great. And I think that's awesome. Like this is so much faster. Like it used to take like a whole team to basically
Yeah,
do that in a couple of days. And it sounds like you can do like all of it in less than 5 minutes now,
yeah.
which is insane with the power of AI and things like that. I love to hear from you. Like, are there any other features that we haven't talked about yet that your tool does?
No, I think right now those are key features. We've got the lifestyle images, infographics, and listing. As I mentioned, like we're constantly building and improving. I welcome feedback requests. Like one, and I love getting on the calls with customers because I see new requests. For example, people wanting us to help drive external traffic and like using AI generated content for social media, Pinterest, to help drive external traffic. That's like a use case that like has come up a few times, and we're looking at. There's a number of things. I guess that where we're excited to go with this, and it's in a very Amazonian style. We're customer driven, we're customer obsessed. We're like, we're listening and learning from how people use us. And so, yeah. Let's see.
That's really cool. And then, where you said you had a lot of things on your roadmap, what do you see? Where do you see yourself like Q4, like around Christmas time? When it comes down to like roadmaps, are there any other exciting features that you're thinking about releasing or anything else there?
Sure. So I guess like the next thing we need to do, and we're working on now, is kind of bringing this all into one UX. So we have these like three separate tools that I showed you. We're going to bring this all together. We're going to make it a lot easier to like generate the coherent listing and just export it CSV, done. So like, I mean, that took about 5 minutes, but like we're talking seconds, is going to be the speed that we're going to do this. um and I mean, when I say Q4, that's kind of like our 2 week sprint goal. So like that, and I think we're like halfway through it. So like that's kind of on a weekly basis. We're looking to privately train, continue to privately train models, and to bring in more data sets, as you mentioned, to just improve the conversion. Um, and then, yeah, we're looking to see how we can help. Like our core competency is content. Creating this e-commerce content. So we're looking to see, like, once we feel we're happy with the product listing, like what other content marketplace sellers need, and how we can help them achieve this. And by the way, like, we do have a lot of agencies who use us as well. So like we're also looking at that, how like, let's say it's a tools to enable them to work with us at bulk better. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And is there anything else that you've seen um, people do wrong that you've been seeing, like when it comes down to the infographics, their titles, um, other things that you think people have been doing wrong lately that they should not be doing on
I
Amazon?
think I think the biggest danger I think the biggest danger I see in the AI space, to be honest, is I hear a lot of people kind of waxing lyrical about ChatGPT, and as if like you use ChatGPT to create a listing or whatever, and that's kind of like, I mean, it's amazing, and like, don't get me wrong, ChatGPT and like spark the imagination for every, like, basically all this stuff, right? We actually launched um, prior, but like I saw, like, when we were working pre and post Chat GPT, it was a different ball game, because beforehand nobody really understood generative AI, nobody really knew what it was, and like suddenly everybody knows about it, everybody gets it, everybody's tried prompting. Like, I mean, beforehand we're saying, oh, you have to prompt in, people didn't, people like, what do you mean prompt? Like, how do I use this, right? So like it's been an absolute game changer. That being said, I think it's very important to remember what ChatGPT is. It's a large language model. It's optimized, like, it's a prediction machine. It's optimized to like very accurately predict the next word in a sentence based on the prompts you provided and based on the data it's been trained on. That's not a machine that's optimized for product listings. That's not a machine that's been optimized to like help you write a plan of action with seller suspension. Like, that's not what it's doing. It's it has historically struggled with hallucinations. It's getting better in terms of like not making up medical records and this kind of stuff anymore as it did in GPT-3. But that being said, with your specific product, it has no idea, right?
Yeah.
So that's you
Uh-huh.
you feed into Chat GPT, and it's gonna, like, with that tea, for example, it's going to be hallucinating left, right, and center the flavor, where the tea was made, like, because it's such a specific use case. So my warning would be, like, it's an amazing machine. It's really like, I think we'll look back on this bigger than the iPhone, like probably at the same level as, like, the personal computer, right? Like, I think that's the level that it is. um but it's not some kind of godly force which is gonna, like, without anything else, like, save your Amazon kind of world, and give you
Yeah.
sales. It's not like a quick fix to millionaire, as people may say.
Yeah. And so let's touch on the opposite side of that. What are some of the best practices that you see when people are creating titles, bullet points, and all these other things on Amazon?
I think, um I think personality is important. I think that some of the best brands I worked with as an account manager, and some of the brands now that we have, like, I think they understand their brand personality, and that comes across. I also think you have to be compelling in the sense of, like, I think there's a lot of there's a psychological level to this. And I am not a psychologist. My girlfriend actually is like an operational
Really?
psychologist. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, so like I'm not the expert here, but I think there's definitely, like, as like the really best sellers like have this psychological element, and they have this kind of um this, like, compelling to buy in the language. So it's not just a plain list of features. It's more of like, this is why you need us, and like, this is why your life will be terrible if you don't buy. I'm probably not phrasing that as well as some of the people who come on here may, but I think that'd be my second one, is brand voice, and kind of like understanding the psychology of the customer as well.
And are you able to bring that generate that brand voice as well within within your content yet?
It's something that we're looking, not yet, to be honest. It's
Uh
something that
huh.
we're, again, like, we have like a shopping list of features, and it's about like prioritizing in like 2 week kind of chunks for us. We're a small team. We're like 7 or 8, like, but we're nimble, we're fast. Um, I think it's definitely important. We do look at we have worked with some very large enterprise businesses, and we have built specific for them. So like, this tool is obviously public. You can go up and pay for it now, but like, we have built stuff like privately for like businesses, where we do a bit more of that, where we basically train a model on brand identity and this kind of stuff. Like, you want certain kind of cultural references, you want certain type of image style. So like, rooms, like, always going to be very light and always going to be like very modern, or whatever it is. Like, you can use AI to narrow that down, and that's definitely something that we're looking at, like, in our more enterprise offering, but not necessarily in this tool.
You know, it'd be a cool feature in the future would be to integrate PickFu. Like maybe like I don't know if
Shout
PickFu
out
has an
Justin,
API.
Justin, if you're listening. Let's integrate. We've
And
spoken.
basically do an automatic A/B
Yeah.
test between
Can
the
you
two.
tag him? Can you tag him in the video?
That's awesome. But like that might be something you look into in the future.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
and that'd
I
be
think that'd be
interesting.
very valuable.
And then, is there anything else that's been top of mind for you lately that you've been wanting to talk about? It could have been best practices. It could be about anything that we talked about here. Anything else that you want to communicate or mention?
I think my like meta takeaway in terms of like the generative AI space is around experimentation. I think that sellers need to um, they need to know that these, like, using these things as an iterative process. I think we showed that you can do this in 5 minutes, but really, like, to do it well, you want to experiment with different prompts, different kind of camera lenses in the prompts, different structures to the prompts, to really get the best images. And likewise with the text, like, experimentation, number one. And secondly, I think we still need a human in the loop.
Yep.
So, like, I think we still need, this is an amazing co-pilot, and AI in general is an amazing co-pilot, but I don't think it's a replacement. I think it augments teams. It makes them faster. It means you can create, you can optimize your entire catalog for Christmas rather than just the top 5%. So I think that's how we think about it. It's definitely an automation tool. And we know, right? You're like, how many, like, of these enterprise brands, and I'm sure there's some listening, like, they would hit, like, only be able to touch the top 5-10% a month on, in terms of like optimization. Right now, you can do everything. So it's
Yeah.
not like you're going to fire your teams tomorrow. You need a human in the loop, but you can just do more and be more productive, and make more profit.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with that. And then, yeah, like that's all we have time for today. Max, please tell the audience how to find you, how to find more about your business, and everything else like that.
So we're ecomtent.ai. I think it's down here. You can drop me an email. That's us there. You can drop me an email at max at ecomtent.ai. And yeah, love to hear from you guys if you have any thoughts or feedback.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining, Max. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This is the Marketing Perspective Podcast. We'll catch you